Yeah, so, let's see. Who was... Let me link his Doom World page, actually. Doors of Inferno. So yeah, Domitori Akaibu made this 3-map pack. And my apologies if I butchered the name. Oh, hey! And there he is, in my YouTube chat. Hey, Domitori. Yeah, this looked interesting enough. And also, I want to comment real quick. While I get this, So the only mod that I'm using, because it seems like it would be fitting for here, because I noticed it was stock sound effects, is, PlayStation sound effects. And, thank you for pointing out that my lighting wasn't exactly correct. When I posted in the Doom World thread. I thought something was up. At first I thought you were maybe using... I think you used Project Brutality in some of your screenshots because I recognized the guns, but I also kind of thought, well, I don't think that's necessarily what you intended still. And then I realized that it must have been at some point, and this is probably like a real long time ago, because I actually think my lighting and my bright maps were disabled for the longest time. Unless GZ Doom doesn't have them on by default. Which I swear they did. I must have turned them off at some point. Either due to a mod that I had to run that told them to turn it off, or otherwise. I really don't know. But yeah, I wanted to play this mostly vanilla, but because this kind of seems like it's, almost has kind of a horror vibe to it, or at least it's very dark, I felt like the PlayStation sound effects would be a bit fitting. Also, my sound effect, mod... I finally made the changes to it that I wanted to. I don't know if we'll actually see them with this, but... I was tempted to still play this with either Brutal Doom or Project Brutality, but I kind of thought, like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll do a vanilla. Especially since, yeah, the extra lighting that, UZ Doom, now UZ Doom does. Is actually pretty cool. Alright. You know what? I think these are all sound effects, too. It's map pack inspired by the Doom 3 add-on named Last Hope. I haven't actually played that. I don't think I have. I haven't played the Lost Levels either. I should at some point. But yeah, I always find when it's like more of a dark, almost seems kind of like horror-based in a way. I would always recommend somebody who's making these if they want to like have a much better mood. I personally like the PlayStation, by extension, the Doom 64 sound effects. included many sounds from Doom 3. I've been hearing some environmental sounds. I swear, and I don't know why I know this, but I swear I'm hearing like a sound effect from like Silent Hill 2 in the environment. Especially with the lighting, this feels very, and these sound effects right now feel very Doom 64. Even if they're not from there, technically. No secrets either. So, you know, one thing I forgot to ask is jumping and crouching allowed? Or required? Because if it's not, then I think I have to get there through other means. Actually, I can't go back. Jumping is allowed, alright. Because I think it's actually required, as I can't get up here otherwise. Once again, I'm definitely liking the vibe. I gotta turn this down a little bit on my end. Oh god. Nice jump scare. And that was the changes that I made to this sound pack that I have. I added the arc vial noises from Doom 64 CE. Yeah, that is correct. I actually saw that on the Doom World page. I'm almost wondering. Oh god. Okay, that was just me being stupid. I'm gonna try something now. Let's see if I can get them to infight. This is probably not the best idea. I'm dead. Fuck. Okay, they can do a decent amount of damage to him. Started in 2025. See, and you know what? This is probably the type of stuff that I would make if I knew how to make maps. Which I could always learn. Oh, interesting. Oh, so yeah, this is like death pits. I just wanted to see if I could go over that. I gotta get out of here. Although I think all the heavy hitters are gone. Oh, that's not a good idea. I think we're good. Oh, this is a different area entirely, alright. Yeah, it looks the same as the starting area, just like a little bit bigger. Jesus. Okay, car apparently having exhaust problems outside scared the shit out of me. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think... Because the environment sounds are kind of drowning out my... This is like a sound mod for like the weapons and the monsters that I'm using, but I don't know if this happens to the stock sounds. The environment sounds as good as they are, they're kind of drowning out the weapon and monster sounds. It's a very minor nitpick though. But I definitely like the mood. Hence escalation. Yeah, you know what? This is actual music right now. I have a feeling this is gonna be a big fight. Okay. It's good to find that out early, actually. Be careful about the sides. I'll still pick that up now. Music from the Doom 3 add-on Last Hope. I do have to... I should look that up and probably play it at some point. Get them to start infighting, hopefully. All I'll really have to worry about are the sideys. don't even have to worry about them. They got their asses handed to them pretty hard. Has a sad history of creating. Wow. Personal stuff going on with you? You don't have to get into it if so, but otherwise, or did it just take a lot of work? Because that actually wouldn't be a far cry from, what I've played recently with, You Broke Me. Ah, there we go. Waste tunnel. Only 28. Oh wait, yeah, didn't you, I think you actually mentioned that on the Doom World thread, yeah. Yeah, I know how that is. My dad passed away a few years ago, so I know that firsthand. That's rough. Can't shoot through there. Yeah, I like the lighting here. Very traumatizing event. Yeah, I can certainly understand. God, I love the lighting. Again, very, PlayStation Doom, Doom 64 lighting vibes. It's the thing with GZ and UZ Doom in particular. I do like... again, I don't know why it was disabled, and I don't know why I didn't notice for the longest time. Sounds from the Chronicles of Riddick. That's, that's impressive, actually. I don't think too many people, would probably use stuff from that. It's a game I should actually, like, I don't think I still have my copy. I might. But I actually do still have my, my Xbox copy of that. Red card. Oh, I have the yellow card. Game of my childhood. I should probably play it one of these days. I wonder... Unfortunately, I'd hate to say it, I doubt there's probably like a decomp or a recomp of it, but I could probably emulate it. You know, looking at it, at least so far, like, I would almost say maybe made it a little too dark, but no, you actually made it, like, you actually made it interesting considering how dark it is, because you don't put too many enemies here. And, like, with UZ Doom's, like, lighting system, like, you can find out where they are once they attack. Except for the pinkies. Like, you have, like, the right amount of stuff here. So, having it as dark as it is actually pretty effective. And you also have these candles here so you can lead yourself back. So yeah, you do a lot of cool stuff here, actually. That can be taking a bit of a risk with how dark it is, but it actually works for it. Assault on Dark Athena. That one I haven't played at all. And again, I was bad at video games when I was younger, so I think probably the big reason why I just didn't play it all the way, Butcher Bay all the way through, was because I was bad at it. And if I'm bad at like the first hour or so of it when I was younger, I would just typically drop it. Oh. I'm gonna leave these here. Yeah, unless more enemies spawn it, because that monster count's always deceiving. Or not. And now a completely different vibe. I did see this as one of the pictures, though. The final map. 41. What's this music from? It might be a different vibe, but I'm still really liking it. Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. I have not heard of that at all. Never played, but you love the music. I'm familiar with that as well. More enemies and one secret. That's the secret. Interesting. I think that's, yeah, it's everything. Okay. And yeah, that's the end of the, and that's the end of the map pack. Yeah, only criticism that I would say I really have is, it's just the third map's kind of a tonal whiplash, but not really. But mostly, I would say, and like 2 and 3 were just kind of short, but that's kind of a good problem to have because that means that what was there was actually really good, I think. First map was definitely the highlight. But for me personally, I like the dark horror vibe in general, and you did a good job with not making the like the pitch black parts like unbearable, because you had the candles to guide where you're going. And with UZ Doom's lighting, you can see you can actually see the monsters where they are when they start attacking, and you're not overbearing with their placement either in that first map. So yeah, I would say overall, really good. You show a lot of potential, and I hope you continue to do more. Because I enjoyed what was there. So I'm glad I got to check that out real quick.